they die a bit faster than the others.
Well, we do actually have a donation. $6 from Desolation Dragon. The demon chocobo shall never leave. It is the will of the universe that he shall oversee all.
So I'm aiming for level 34 for Shadow. If I get to level 35, then that makes fighting Doomgaze a little later on a little more interesting, but it's only a little more interesting, not like really dangerously so. Just because of based on what that does to my average party levels. I mean, it probably already is going to be those levels because of Edgar getting to level 20 off of that Hoover.
I have to say though, never knew tumbleweeds could be that dangerous.
Hey, they can blind you.
They can be sharp and thorny.
They're also nice and flammable.
True.
As Poexel here just proved. Ho-ho! Cats! Or what are they?
I don't remember. I don't know which. Well, we'll see when they die here. I guess the cats are the Spectors. Okay, if you say so, game.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so that's it for grinding.
Yeah, $21 lead on yes for the Demon Chocobo. Let's see, for the dreaded Demon Chocobo. Sorry, I didn't read that quite right. I'm just reading what's written. So where are we going now?
Now we're going to get eaten up by a big slug.
With only one character.
Yep.
The reason for only having one is so you just, because he has to eat everybody in your party, right?
Because the Zone Eater has to eat your entire party. It would be kind of nice if you could have one of them get eaten and the rest run away, but then you just escape normally instead of going into a really cool cave filled with jazzy music.
So when do you want to cut off Gogo's name?
Probably right now.
Right now, okay.
I have lost the power.
All to do. So who's left to name after this? Just Umaru?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No!
Yep. Run away.
Get out of my way!
Yeah. If those guys touch you, they push you off, which is good actually in my any percent route because there's some really good armor for Sabin and Edgar down there, but I don't need it in 100%.
It's also kind of fun if you have the Magitech in here. Are we getting Magitech?
We are.
We are.
It's a bit later than in Carrie's run, just because I go to Doma Castle later, but we will have a full set of Magitech for Kefka's Tower. Oh, nice.
Abda Jr. Abda.
I miss you, Abda.
Yeah, sorry you couldn't make it again this year. Hope to see you at another event, and, well, I guess you're here in spirit.
So what's our...
Alright, notice how I moved it considerably faster than I did last time.
We have a $30 donation from our lovely friend Karakarn in the back here. The comment simply reads, "Begone, demon."
Yes! Yes! Thank you, Karakarn.
So we're... What's the differential now? Ooh.
You know, I think a $10 donation to bring back our feathered friend would be in order.
Oh.
So 10 for 10 against.
Oh, and there's more money.
Oh no!
Demon Chocobo is in the lead.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Hey, you went fast that time. Good job.
Okay, well, that's good. Hey, that's because I don't want to keep Sabin holding this building up forever. So you may have noticed that I was flying really, really slowly when I was going over
Flying
here.
backwards.
Yeah, flying. Unlike in Final Fantasy VII, that is actually slower to do the omnidirectional airship controls. But if you do that in the World of Ruin, you actually can't run into Doomgaze. And since both of my characters were level 30 at that time, if I'd have run into Doomgaze flying the airship normally, then that would have been game over, because Doomgaze always starts with level 5 Doom.
Yeah, so the way that you do that is holding the Y button,
Yeah.
and then you can move. Yeah, if you're holding the Y button, Doomgaze won't attack you.
I do need to kill Doomgaze as part of this run because I get the Bahamut Magicite, and I'm getting all characters and all espers, but I'm not actually strong enough to be able to reliably beat Doomgaze before it runs away at this point, so I need to do it later on. For the record, too, who are you? You're this like Moogle and this weird, like robed, costumed guy that I've never met before.
Yeah, Steven's never met Mog or Gogo. He's like, it's like, hey, you're alive. Who are you?
Yeah. You can buy that Magicite in World of Balance, but it costs a lot more money, and I don't really have any use for it. So I just get it now.
And it's kind of out of the way,
Oh yeah,
too.
let me just double check. Okay, yes. I can see through the back. Okay, 28. So okay, so yeah, Sabin. Now that I have Sabin, I don't need to use the slow airship flight because he'll survive if I run into Doomgaze.
And you can run away from Doomgaze.
Yes. Fishies.
Swedish fishies. Salador.
There's 3 fishies. Here you go. There's your fishies.
No, I don't want it.
We still have a few left. Not many. But enough.
Everyone's favorite cutscene. Now this isn't actually required for 100%, but he's going to be using Bum Rush.
Yeah,
in this
because
route,
Bum Rush it's really strong, and you wouldn't think it from the animation, but it's actually based on your magic stat. So it's ironically Gogo is able to Bum Rush better than Sabin can, just because Gogo has access to better equipment to boost his magic.
I'm really sad we don't have Magitech here, though.
Yeah.
This is pretty funny.
If to miss out on the hot pink Magitech for the Terra cutscene too, sadly. If you have and if you have no idea what you're talking about, you will soon.
You'll
enough.
see.
Yeah.
There will be plenty of Magitech later on.
We do have a message from Spud for you, Spencer.
Uh,
As you turn down the Swedish fish, clearly the demon chocobo has corrupted your soul.
that's why we need to keep it off, so it doesn't corrupt anymore.
Nah, once you're corrupt, just go with it.
Just go down there.
I like when Mog is trying to look intimidating there, by the way, too.
Just kind of looks cute.
Yep. Mog mean face.
Angry eyes.
It's like having one of those little floof dogs growl at you.
So I basically just have one more thing I need to do before I've pretty much got pretty much the party and like equipment and abilities that I'm going to be using for a lot of the rest of the run. And that's to get Terra.
So what do we have left to get?
A bunch.
Okay. There are 12 or 13 battle characters.
14.
14.
14. Oh.
So I guess another answer to your question could have been no.
That was close at least.
So there's some way of only fighting Pumbaa once, isn't there?
You can't, well, you,
No.
Or you can skip one of the fights with him, can't you? Or am I misremembering
I don't
something?
think
No.
so. I mean, you can shorten a lot of them if you use Vanish Doom or Joker Doom.
Well, you
Oh,
can't
that must
use
be what I'm
Joker Doom
thinking.
because there are a very few battles where it just doesn't allow you to get Joker Doom, and
Okay.
Funbaba is. But you can do a reverse Joker Doom on him because you can do reverse Joker Doom in any battle.
Yeah, if you were
Or-
going to do that too, it would also be very important to come here with only 3 party members too, because, well, there's a gimmick that in the third encounter with Funbaba that is used to remove characters from your party to make room for Terra. But if you kill him before he gets a chance to do it, then which is only possible with like Vanish Doom or Vanish X-Zone or something like that, then that will freeze the game because it tries to add a 5th character to your party.
You know
Yeah,
what? Oh, sorry. I was going to say that's what I was thinking of. You can Vanish Doom him and then skip sort of that phase of the battle where Terra comes in
Yeah.
morphed. That's
I
what
believe
was thinking.
Vanish Doom doesn't do it because Vanish Doom doesn't cancel their final attack, like their death animation.
Oh, so it'd have to be Vanish
So,
Raiden or
yeah, so like
something.
Vanish Odin, Vanish Raiden, or Vanish X Zone
Okay.
would do it. So he wouldn't do his Baba Breath to
Okay.
remove someone.
Or you could just sneeze.
We're gonna have some fun with this boss, though. We have to fight him so many times. You got to do something to pass the time, I guess. Because you're actually capable of triggering this first part of Terra's side quest before you get the airship. If you just come here, either on foot or on the Chocobo, once you get to the continent. And you can do the first 2 battles with Funbaba, and then the third and 4th ones are after you've gotten the airship. But I'm just doing all of them at once.
Trying to intensify what she's feeling, right?
Look at that battle pose.
So, a nice little fun fact is that Terra has bad insomnia. She actually hasn't slept since the end of the world.
And so she doesn't have enough MP
Yeah,
to
so
kill
she doesn't-
herself.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I like fought one more naughty than I used to. So, ordinarily I'd just have her kill herself with a bolt too, but I don't actually have enough MP to do it.
So while Celis was sleeping that whole year, apparently Terra didn't sleep at all. She didn't recover HP and MP.
Now that first one, it's impossible to win, correct?
Correct. Alright, now we get to see some meta flexing in action here.
A lot of Saban's attacks are based on magic, aren't they?
Yeah, like Aura Bolt and Bum Rush both are, which are the ones you see the most often.
Fire dances. Or like pummel and suplex are physical.
I actually had no idea that Bum Rush was magical. I would
I
have
didn't
guessed it was
either
physical.
until I
I
started
know.
speedrunning
I
the
know,
game.
like when I played casually, I was always trying to boost Saban's strength. It turns out it's better to boost his magic. Yeah, I know.
Now we get a really good Esper for this too, Fenrir, which gives you the blink status on all your characters. I don't think there's actually a spell in this game that does it. I think
There's that,
and then there's the thing you can throw with Shadow.
yeah, is it the Invis Edge or the Shadow Edge? I don't remember. It's
Yeah.
been so long since I've used
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, but it makes the next two physical attacks automatically miss.
So here, you don't actually have to exit the town to trigger this. You
Just
notice
have to
Coex
get-
will just, it's a certain tile that you have to step on near the exit.
It's basically the tile where the dog stopped you when you entered for the first time is where you have to stand on in order to advance the storyline.
Come on, cool attack pose. No.
He doesn't do one. So this is the one where when you kill him, he'll do Baba Breath twice, right?
Yeah.
I think it is different depending on different things, but I don't remember.
Twice.
Oh, Ador.
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious.
What?
He's just
What
standing
Deku
there. He's
said.
just standing there abiding.
What determines who comes down first out of Palador?
Speed.
Notice Saban's hasted, so he came down first.
And the second one whips completely.
So Saban's gone.
Yep. Bye bye, Sabin.
So that, normally Baba Breath is random who it targets, but that way you can force him to use it on Saban.
Yeah, so this way I get to do the final battle with Funbaba with 4 characters instead of 3, and I'm actually set up with the characters I want for the next part of the run.
Again, speaking to the intense advanced planning of these runs. Not to mention the research.
Yeah. I mean, Glitchless FF6 I don't think is as difficult of a run to execute as Glitch, because there isn't really much of an equivalent to Reverse Joker Doom, but it's no less kind of intense as far as the planning and routing goes. You kind of have the added element of planning leveling too, just because you do have to do some power leveling at some point, and just figuring out who you want to level, what spells you want to learn, and all that sort of thing is kind of the fun of the run.
Yeah, the World of Ruin is pretty open. It's not linear, except for the first part.
Because I get a lot of my, because I do get a lot of my strats that I use in these runs from watching Japanese Final Fantasy speedrunners, and pretty much literally every Japanese Final Fantasy VI runner I've watched has a completely different route for the World of Ruin, just because of how open it is. It's kind of interesting too that basically all of them run this glitchless category too, and they also take it a step further and run it on Battle Speed 1 active, which it makes the game harder without making it faster, basically, because it means enemies get to attack more often, and you can't use the wait trick because time is still progressing when you're in menus.
Yeah, for some reason, battle speed only affects the enemies in this game, not your own character.
It's kind of more of a difficulty setting than a speed setting, which is Insidious, because it has the same name as like in FF4. Battle speed does actually affect you as well as enemies. So the reason why I want to get Terra now is just because Terra can morph, and morphing doubles her magic power, and that lets her basically be even stronger than Celis with magic, despite being about 10 levels lower and having a lower magic stat. Because I'm not actually going to be, I don't have to do any more leveling with Terra. The leveling I did in the World of Balance with Zone Seek is going to carry her through the rest of the run.
Speaking of morphing, we've received a $20 donation that will cause your windows to morph into something
Yes!
Yay!
And the no option for Demon Chocobo is now winning by 50 cents.
I thought you were gonna say $50.
And correction, the yes option is now winning by 50 cents.
I
And now we've got to resolve some
probably need to
on-site
have, like, a
donations.
$5, $1 or $5 minimum or something.
Yeah.
Let's make it 5.
Yeah.
Okay, now some real stuff has happened and Noah's winning by a lot.
Okay. Okay.
That's too bad. I just had some coins I was gonna hand to Sencha.
So I had to do that thing with talking to Lola in Meridia earlier in order to, or Miranda. Meridia's from Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Miranda in order to trigger this side quest here with Mount Zozo.
So sorry, Religion, which is winning?
So, now that we've sorted out what happened, there was an on-site donation of $20 that put No in the lead by 50 cents. And Elko happened to notice this before we even announced it and donated $1 with the comment no. Which meant that Demon Chocobo was winning until we received a $100 donation from Ushi84 that says, "This garish corruption must stop." On another note, all these runs have been fantastic and for a great cause. So currently, you may have the Demon Chocobo off.
Okay. So Mount Zozo actually has one of the scariest bosses in the World of Ruin, but it also has a lot of really, really good armor. So I am going to be coming here kind of earlier on in order to get said armor. Since I changed some of my equipment because of having to fight those Hoovers, it's a little different. So this one.
It's gone.
So, in order to get the Crusader Magicite, which is the last Esper I get, I have to fight these 8 dragons. This is probably the worst one of them all, actually, just because it has a non-elemental attack called Rage. Let's see.
And it does it.
Hits everyone for significant damage. You can't reflect it.
It doesn't ignore, or it does ignore magic block as well. So I mean, even if you're maxing out your magic block, it'll hit you.
I don't even have the. Okay, there it is. I can't even blame the Chocobo that time.
No, it's because your eyes were permanently scarred by the Chocobo. We understand.
So yeah, they'll kind of. I mean, I do have my setup so that there isn't really a whole lot it can do to make me lose before I can kill it. I just need to potion Terra so that if it counterattacks, it won't kill her. And pretty much all of the bosses in the World of Ruin give a lot of AP, like 10 typically. So that helps a lot as far as learning some really useful spells without having to fight any random encounters. And also for Terra gaining more morph power, which using the weight trick I can pretty much make last forever. Also, let's say hello to... Mustache Man is back with me.
What's his name again? Thank you.
We need MV here.
Yeah, there's a lot more of that song where that came from too, but I'll leave it to the originator. So yeah, so coming here gave me gave me some really good shields as far as giving me protection against a variety of elements, along with both a shield and armor that give me high levels of magic evasion. Along with a certain mustached samurai.
Celis is face palming there. Sir Mew Mew.
And then one nice thing about getting Terra to level 28, which was based on my leveling route, is that is the level that she learns the warp spell. Bye bye. Get enough money for Golem. So what I'm doing here is basically kind of the same concept as what I did when I got Zone Seek earlier in the run, as far as watching the movement pattern of this NPC in order to tell what the outcome of the next auction is going to be.
Yeah, that lady walking around down there, she's giving us signals, letting us know what's going to be in the auction house.
She's kind of trolling me though, in that she's starting some of the patterns but then not finishing them.
Now this works as long as you only let her move one tile. If she moves more than that, then it doesn't work. Okay.
Hey hey.
No imp robot.
Nope, or no pieces of an airship. I could have bought Golem in World of Balance, but it cost 20,000 gold, and I didn't really have enough to spare at the time. Because in addition to Zone Seek, I needed the rest of my money for elemental rods.
Now we're gonna go get Realm.
Yeah, but first let's go sliding.
You don't actually have to do that. But it's
No.
fun.
So, Fooligen, could I get a current donation count, please? Total so far.
The current total of donations for the marathon is $28,391.43.
Well, I just received a message from the Yeti. They're going to be sending us another donation but they want to hold off until after shirt sales close tonight. Makes sense. But we are guaranteed at least an additional $1,850